Hi, my name is Alex Villegas, and I'm your host for this OC Spotlight. I'm here today with my dear friend and extraordinary guest, Lauren Wayman. She has a real knack for baking and is going to give us an insider look on her incredible talent. If Lauren can dream it, she can bake it. And if you can't tell by now, the proof is in the pudding. Isn't that right, Lauren?
Yes. Hi, Alex.
All right, how have you been so far?
Good. I love Halloween. I'm so excited to be here.
Decor.
Love your costume.
Thank you. I love yours too.
Thank you.
But let's just get into the questions.
Yes.
So tell me, how old were you when you started to bake?
I was around 11 or 12.
11 and 12?
Yeah,
All
been a
right.
minute.
So that young of an age, you must have had some sort of like inspiration to
Yes.
basically start baking, right?
Actually, I had just discovered YouTube and really gravitated towards Rosanna Pansino. Great YouTuber. She has a baking channel and so fun, so bubbly, and just great recipes.
Okay. And from Rosanna Pansino, you must have had something from her that you like to make, right?
Yeah, well, through her recipes, I really got into cakes. Cakes are
Okay.
my all-time favorite thing to bake. You can see a couple of my creations back there.
The proof.
The proof, the proof. Yeah, that caramel cake, actually, that's a vanilla chiffon cake with caramel Swiss meringue buttercream and caramel drizzle.
Okay.
Very
that's delicious.
technical.
I know, that's a lot of words.
A lot of words for a cake. It's so much fun. It actually really incorporates my favorite thing to make and my least favorite thing to make. Caramel can be catastrophic. It can be really difficult and frustrating. But Swiss meringue buttercream, definitely my favorite overall thing to make.
Awesome. So it seems like you love to bake, but is there any reason why you bake other than yourself, for yourself?
Yeah, well, like you said, it's fun to crave something and just be able to make it. But I also bake a lot when I'm stressed. And other than that, it's just family and friends, birthday parties, baking for other people.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's not just personal, it's for pretty much everyone.
That's the best part of it, being able to share the love.
That's great. Well, when we come back, Lauren is going to be demonstrating some of her talented baking for us. We have a demonstration of all your baking and how we're going to be basically making our own cookies.
Shortbread cookies.
Amazing.
Can't wait. They're very fun.
There's going to be a twist, right?
A little bit of a twist, a little bit of a spooky twist.
Okay, well, when we come back, we're going to find out what that twist is. So don't go anywhere yet. Thanks for staying with us. See you soon. And we're back. My guest Lauren here is still going to make some incredible creations for us. So Lauren, it seems like you have a lot on the table here. Why don't you go through it for us and tell me what we're going to be doing?
Yes. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
I had to do one pirate pun.
Yes.
Okay, so ingredients-wise, we're making a shortbread cookie.
Okay.
Ingredients-wise, super simple. Really is just flour, sugar, and cold butter. Very important, cold butter.
Cold butter.
Mixed together, makes the base of the dough. Then you're just adding vanilla extract and salt to taste. And just like that, you've got dough right there.
That easy?
You're already there. You're already there. You're well on your way.
I feel like we fast forward a little bit,
Just
but all
a
right.
bit. So I like to roll it out to about 1/4 of an inch thick, as you can see there. And once you get there, you definitely want to heavily flour your surfaces.
Heavily flour, okay.
And here we're getting into the spooky part. I've got for you a cute little ghost cookie cutter.
Okay.
And you're going to do this.
I'm gonna do it.
You're baking today.
I'm gonna do it?
You just press it
Okay.
right on in there.
All right.
You see it comes out super easy.
Oh,
Just like
wow,
that.
okay.
Yeah, you just kind of press it out, press it
Okay.
gently. Perfect. And just like that, you're gonna pop out maybe
That easy?
that easy. And you're just gonna lay these out on your baking pan, and you're
I'm in
gonna you're gonna definitely want to grease it
Okay.
and bake it at 325 for about 15 minutes. You can some of these you can tell on the bottom you're going for that golden brown look just around the edges.
Okay.
And that's how you know.
Let me
That's
see that
how
one
you
more
know it's
time.
at a good place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm remembering this. These are pointers. Okay.
And if you want to do a fun little face, ghost face, you can use really any circular object in your kitchen.
What do you use to make these?
These I used piping tips for frosting, but I know that's not everyone's like household item. So like even this like vanilla extract cap, boom, punch it out just like that, easy peasy.
We got some cookie cutters just for free.
Anything can be a cookie cutter. Just you
Anything.
can use a knife. It works. It
Okay.
works. So once you bake, they're gonna come out super cute, nice golden brown on the bottom. That's what you're going for. And now we get to decorate. Now
Okay,
is the
I'm
fun
ready.
part.
I'm ready.
So you can go ahead and take one of the solid ones,
Okay.
and you're gonna spread some jam on there. Just a thin
Just
little
jam?
layer.
Okay.
Just go for it. Yeah. Get all in there.
All right.
So jam is super simple. Jam is
Okay.
just the berry of your choice. I went for a strawberry for like kind of that red
Thank you.
blood. I see you appreciate that. And yeah, it's the berry of your choice, sugar, and lemon juice, and comes together super easy. So now
Awesome.
you're gonna move over here. You're gonna grab, you can set that down.
Okay.
Gonna grab one of the ghost faces.
All right.
And you can just dust a little bit of powdered sugar on top. It
I
kicks up
see.
the
Okay.
sweetness
I see.
level a
I see where this is
bit.
going. I see where
Oh
this is going.
yeah, and gives
just
that
tap
nice.
it?
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay.
Just right on top, get a nice even coating, and that's gonna give you. You can even go for a little bit more.
It's like Christmas, but Halloween
but
all at the same time.
Halloween. And that gives you that nice ghost look.
A little
And
messy,
then-
but I'm still here for it.
it's part of the fun.
All right.
Now you can see where you go from there.
I
You
think-
just
I think I know what we're
sandwich it
doing.
Right on there, and you're done.
And she's adorable.
Super cute. We've got some finished products here.
Nice. Let's try them out.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Yeah.
Seems like we're out of time, though. Do you have any socials you would like to plug in?
Lauren Waves on Instagram. Check out my baked goods.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I'm Alex. This is Lauren. I've been your host. This has been OC Spotlight.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of OC Spotlight. I'm Blake Stolbe, your host. Today we have a very special guest. He's a good friend of mine and a student here at Saddleback, and he's here to showcase one of his talents. It's not juggling or playing guitar, it's actually accents and impressions. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our own guest, Joe Wendt. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great, Blake. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Joe, I gotta ask, what is it that got you into doing accents and impressions?
Well, growing up as a kid, I watched a lot of movies, and, I'd play with a lot of toys related to the movies. And as you can see by the pictures behind us,
You brought us a couple pictures.
I
There's
like to dress up as very weird characters, and so that kind of what got me into doing voices, just trying to be accurate, like with the leprechaun.
Yeah.
At the time, I remember I really liked doing, or at least trying to do Irish accents.
Right.
I'd sit there and I'd just go, top of the morning to ya. And I'd sit there and do dumb things like that. And,
Right.
With the chef costume, I would do the Italian. I'd be like, hey, it's a cook of the pizza. And I'm Italian, so I'm allowed to say that,
Right, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned that these are silly characters. Do you have any specific inspirations that set these characters up in your head?
The only inspiration person that I can imagine would be Robin Williams. He was a big inspiration of mine personally from the movie Aladdin, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a good one. Are there any impressions that you're able to do off the top of your head?
Well, I kind of did the Irish and the Italian one right there for you, but I can also do the like an Australian one.
I'm
pretty
pushing
well.
you, Joe. We're trying to get as much out of you as we can.
Exactly. I can do an Australian one decently well. Scottish I can do okay. British,
Right.
basic ones, things like that.
Of course. Is this a skill that you often advertise to friends or family or anything like that?
Not really, but there have been, a few instances where that kind of stuff has come out.
Yeah.
I would
Are
say.
you able to quickly tell us how that happens?
I could, yeah. There was one story in high school where we had an Australian girl in our class, and she was going through a bit of a breakup, and it wasn't really a good one, but we somehow convinced her and the teacher to let me read her breakup text in an Australian accent. You know, like I remember the line, like I would sit there and I'd go, like, I can't believe you did this to me. I can't believe you cheated on me, mate. I threw in the mate. She didn't say mate, but when I was reading them, I did throw them in. She did enjoy.
Right. And the teacher let you do that, kind of put on a show in front of your class?
Fully. And I can tell I did a good job with the accent because she said I sounded like her dad.
That's amazing, Joe. I'm going to stop you right there. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, he's going to demonstrate some more voices and give us some pointers on his accents. Stay tuned. And we're back with OC Spotlight. I'm here with Joe Wendt, and he's going to show us a little bit of his accents and voices. Take it away, Joe.
All right, Blake. I mean, first I'll ask, how much do you know about, and I'm going to say this, the science behind doing an accent?
Next to nothing.
Next to nothing. Okay, that's great. Most people don't know anything. I kind of figured it out on my own with that kind of thing. But the number one thing with accents that I learned specifically in most voices, it's a lot of tongue position. For example, like the Australian one that I did, your tongue tends to go as far back into your mouth as possible. Back.
Right.
Australian and going back in your mouth.
Right.
Something like that. I guess I'll kind of demonstrate it with this. Like, so when you're doing it, you want your tongue to reach the back of your mouth.
Okay.
Like literally, you want it touching your esophagus back there.
Right.
But you don't want it touching the front of your teeth. You know how when you speak a lot of times when you go teeth, your tongue touches your teeth a lot?
Right.
You shouldn't do that with something like an Australian accent.
So you want to do the opposite?
Yes, yeah. So you'd want to, I guess you have to manually force your tongue into the back of your mouth.
Right.
And the opposite of that would be something like a New York accent. A New York accent is very front heavy with the mouth, Hey, I'm going to, why don't we talk while we go for a walk?
I see, yeah.
And then we can go to the park,
Right.
It's very front heavy. Your tongue's going to be front a lot with that one. I think it's just because it's a more, for lack of a better term, I guess, lazy accent. I don't like using the word lazy. It's just more of it's relaxed. I'll say relaxed.
That's a better word for it, yeah.
And that one it would be, I guess, instead of pushing your tongue back, you're going to push it forward more, as well as your lips. Your lips do come forward a lot with that.
Of course.
And then there are other things like specifically dialect, like I did with the New York one that wasn't just tongue position, that was also changing the way you pronounce certain letters. Like for example, Boston, when they say park, they say park. They don't say the R for whatever reason.
Right.
Couldn't tell you, however that developed over time, but that's just how it's developed, Like British people, instead of saying Tuesday, they say Tuesday,
Right.
I'm kind of making fun of them, but that is in a way they sound, and it's not a knock on them. That's just
right.
That's just the dialect of the region, and you go there, you don't understand a word they're saying, but you're speaking the same language, which is kind of interesting.
Right.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Do you want to try an accent?
Oh, I'll give it a shot.
Okay. I'm gonna have you do the easier one. I'm gonna have you do the New York accent.
Okay.
Can you think of any lines?
The classic "I'm walking here."
Okay. Let's see you do that.
All right. I'm walking here.
Actually, I mean, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say it was outstanding, but it wasn't bad at all,
No, it could use some more work.
Of course. I mean, I could use work all the time. I talk to myself in the mirror constantly in just random accents.
With your silly characters every now and then, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll put hats on like that, you know, and I'll just
Yeah.
talk to myself, and my mom thinks I'm crazy.
You are crazy, Joe.
I'm
Yeah.
insane.
With that being said, before we go, do you want to give us a couple impressions very quickly?
I'll give you the Arnold, you know, like the classic line of like,
course.
you know, like in Predator, get to the chopper, you
Ah.
know, there's always the classic, you know, put that cookie down. There's the classic from Austin Powers, from Fat, I'm not gonna say
Ooh,
the
that
word.
character.
Yeah, and he's like, get in my belly.
That's amazing, Joe. I am going to stop you right there because that's all the time we have. But
Unfortunate.
thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for watching and tuning in to OC Spotlight. I'm your host, Blake Stolba, signing off.
Welcome back to OC Spotlight. I'm Sullivan Small, and you are the audience. As you know, this show spotlights our local talent. Today's guest of honor is Henry Ramirez. Henry is a 21-year-old student here at Saddleback where he majors in marketing. Today, Henry will showcase his talent. What's your talent, Henry?
Yeah, I'm here to play the guitar for you.
Awesome. Okay, well, tell me a little bit about, your guitar experience. How long have you been playing?
I consider myself a beginner. I've only been playing for a year and a half, so I'm not the best. I'm not barely starting to learn some stuff. I'm starting to get a little bit more into intermediate zone, I guess.
Okay, that's fun. And I feel like it's kind of good to hear from a beginner because we don't often get to hear that perspective. What are some of the songs you first started to learn how to play?
Lots of like one-string stuff. Like the first song I learned how to play was Iron Man by Black Sabbath. I really loved that song when I was like a little kid, and I saw it was really easy to learn on guitar. So I learned that in, I don't know, an hour or two.
Okay, wow. What are your favorite songs to play, just in general?
I like playing some Beatles stuff. I just like learning new things. Like when I practice, I do practice the stuff I do know, but then I just like learning new stuff, so I just started learning a new song, so it's always different. Like
Yeah.
yesterday when I was practicing, I was trying to learn a Radiohead song, so it's always different.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. I'm just curious, do you think for a beginner, should they focus on learning as many chords as they can, or do you think they should jump right into songs?
I believe it's better to learn songs because that's more fun. You could learn the same thing just learning chords, but that's kind of boring. And if you're a beginner, you don't even know how to arrange them and how to make something sound nice.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a little bit more a year in, I guess, I kind of know what sounds better, what chords to place together, and just from like my ear. So if you're learning out, I say just pick up a song you like and learn the chords because you'll improve. And it's not just for that song, it's for whatever song.
Yeah, and I feel like it could kind of keep you motivated, everything. Just keep you going on your journey. But let's take a quick commercial break, and when we return, Henry will teach us a nice little song. See you after the commercials. Welcome back to OC Spotlight. I'm here with Henry Ramirez, who will be showing us how to play a song. Henry, what song will you be showing us how to play?
I'm going to be showing you how to play A Horse With No Name by America.
Okay, that's cool. So, how do we get started on that?
So this is a pretty easy song. It didn't take me too long to learn. It's only 2 chords, so anyone can learn it. It has a E minor, which is a very common chord.
E minor, okay.
And a D6 with a F sharp included. That's not as common, but hey, extra chord,
Spice things up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me play it for you, so you know what it sounds like.
Okay. I like that sound. Okay, so where do I start?
So your middle finger, you want to place it on the 2nd string of the 2nd fret, and your index finger right below that. Middle finger,
Oop.
yeah,
There
and
we go.
yeah. So to play it like the actual record, we want to hit the bass note, which is the 1st string. So strum down on that once, and then we strum down on the rest of the notes, and then we go up, and then we repeat that. So down on the bass note,
Okay.
down on the rest of the notes, then back up. Yeah,
Sounds good.
that's half the song already. You
Wow,
already know
okay.
half the song.
Oh my God, okay.
Okay, next for our next chord, a D6. So place your middle finger just a string above that, and your ring finger, yeah, you already know. So for this, we strum down on the bass, and differently, we strum up 3 times.
Okay.
So you want to do that? Let's
Yeah.
hit down, up, 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 and then down, up.
I think I did it opposite, but
No, it sounded fine. I heard the song.
okay, awesome.
So do you just want to do that again?
Okay, yeah.
So
Sure.
let's just
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So let's hit the bass chord. So
Bass.
down, down, up, down, down, up. D6. Down, up, 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 down, up. Yeah.
All right, it's sounding good
You
already.
sound like a professional already.
Okay, let me try it on my own, and then maybe afterwards we can play it together as a sort of like recital, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. And let me know if there's any corrections I should make. Okay, so bass, down, up, bass, down, up, and then
D6. Yeah.
bass, up, down, up.
Yeah, you sound professional.
Wow,
We
awesome.
should start a band.
I know, oh my God, okay. Let's play it together now.
Yeah, okay. Ready?
Yes.
All right, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up.
Wow.
Wow, you sound so much better now.
Thank you.
Wow.
No, I got kind of tripped up at the end there, but I think, again, practice makes perfect, and it's fun to play the song. But anyway, this has been a nice time. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm Sullivan Small, and this has been OC Spotlight. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's OC Spotlight. I'm your host, True Patterson. Today's special guest is Pablo Pinones, one of the students here at Saddleback College. How are you today, Pablo?
I'm doing mighty dandy, True. Thanks for inviting me onto your show.
Of course, we're happy to have you. So you have the accordion here for us today. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this accordion is a button accordion. It has 43 buttons across it. And, well, compared to the common accordion that most people recognize, the one with the keyboard/piano elements to it, this one has different higher octaves surrounding the sound.
So what made you start playing the accordion?
I started learning the accordion when my parents took every electronic I had at the time because I had gotten in trouble for something. So like out of spite, I went to go look for like electronics in the garage, and then I saw this in a silver case, and I pulled it out, and I'm like, since when did we own an accordion? I take it inside, and my mom's like, oh, we got it for your dad, like in the 90s, because he said he always wanted to play. The funny thing was that he didn't want to pay for lessons, so he never learned. It just sat there collecting dust until I stumbled across it.
So how old were you when that happened? You started learning?
I was about 10 or 11, right around there. That was about the same time that I started learning how to play the guitar as well.
So you mentioned your parents, but who else inspired you to start playing the accordion?
Eduardo Hernandez from the group Los Tigres del Norte. They're kind of like the pioneers, or not really so the pioneer, but some of the groups that kind of influenced all these later groups to make this norteño type of music, whether that be like through ballads, their like regular songs, or their dance music.
And that leads me to the next question. What kind of music do you like playing the accordion? I'm assuming norteño. Could you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, norteño has a bit of folksy element, kind of like, let's say you hear a Bob Dylan song, you hear the harmonica. The accordion is kind of like married together with that type of specific of music. So it like, you hear a song, and because it has such a distinct sound, you'll know like, oh, that's an accordion. That's not no flute, that's not no guitar, that's an accordion for sure.
And so you mentioned you also play the guitar as well, or that's something you also play. Is that a part of norteño as well, and what's the difference between those instruments?
Yeah, the guitar is like the big, there's a big like connection with norteño music. Same with the accordion. They have specific strumming patterns compared to like a lot of modern day rock where it's a bunch of downstrokes. Norteño playing on the guitar is a little bit more melodic, a little bit slower, just to get into the groove. That way, when the accordion comes in, you get to play like a little riff similar to like how the guitarists play.
And what would you say, like, how does accordion relate to playing your, how does playing the accordion relate to your heritage and your family?
Well, being of Mexican descent, the accordion pretty much I heard nonstop throughout the years up until now. Just all the time. My parents and I would take road trips down to Tijuana, and turn on the radio station. First song you hear is, you'd hear the opening with an accordion, and the end, the ba-da-dun. It'd usually be the drums and the accordion with the mix of bass playing at the same time. So this is just like this instrument has a huge impact on Mexican like culture pretty much.
All right, well, that's so great to hear, Pablo. All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break. And we are back with OC Spotlight. We were talking with Pablo Pinones about his talent of playing the accordion. So Pablo, show us a demonstration of like what it looks like to play the accordion.
Okay.
What song do you have for us today?
I have a song, well, more technically a riff that I came up with kind of on the spot a couple days ago, which seems pretty simple to teach you. So you may have this down like that. It's just that easy.
Hopefully the audience back at home can also learn something.
Alrighty. Well, first thing you want to do is throw this right strap over your right shoulder. Put your left hand through right here. And this little knob right here releases and fills in air, kind of like that. Kind of if you're inhaling and exhaling. So for
this knob right there.
Yeah, this knob right here. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to teach you how to play the little riff I learned over the weekend. Excuse that note. So it's pretty simple. It goes A, E, C, C, G, C. So six notes on the first playthrough, and then This next playthrough, you're just going to go A, E, C, G, C. You're only going to play it 5 times, or you're going to stop before the first one, and then you're going to repeat the first part again. And to end it, you're going to do a F major twice, similar to this, and a C. And that's it.
Okay.
So sped up, it sounds kind of like this. Kind of messed up right there, but I think you get where I was headed with it. Here, why don't you give it a try?
I feel ready. Take a crack at it. All right, so this expands.
That expands there right there.
Excuse that. All right, so these two.
Those two,
All right.
yep.
All right, so.
There you go. Then you hit the C. And then you cut it, because you never want to overstay your welcome in a song.
Like try that last part again.
Yeah. Try to speed it up a little bit. There you go.
Like
and
that?
then you
Cut it off?
kind of end it abruptly. Because that's usually how these songs end.
All right, well, thank you so much, Pablo. This is an absolute delight.
It's been fun.
All right, well, I want to thank you all again for being with us this week. I hope this inspires people to try the accordion. This is Drew Patterson. Come back next time with OC Spotlight.